The ASX 200 has bounced back in early trade, opening 1.5% higher. This follows more than a week's worth of declines, with the ASX down over 10% since February 20th. Wall Street closed higher this morning with hopes that central banks will add stimulus to economies under threat by the coronavirus outbreak. The RBA is, of course, meeting later today with a 25 basis point interest rate cut heavily priced in. Joining us now outside the RBA is business reporter Edward Boyd. Ed, what should we expect today?
Annalise, we should really expect an interest rate cut today, and that's because the Aussie economy is a bit soft at the moment. We've had the bushfires over Christmas. We've got the coronavirus right now at the moment affecting a lot of businesses exposed to China, and consumer spending is pretty weak as well. So economists believe there should really be a rate cut today to help stimulate the economy and get it back on track. If there is a cut today, it'd drop the rate from 0.75% down to 0.5%. That'd be a 25 basis point cut. And that's really the market consensus at the moment. And CommSec from Craig James certainly thinks that as well. Take a listen.
We believe there's a very significant risk that the Reserve Bank will be cutting interest rates by at least 25 basis points. And it could come in the form of a coordinated approach from the government and the Reserve Bank to provide support for businesses. We could see the federal government coming up with some sort of package to assist those businesses that are adversely affected by the coronavirus outbreak.
And Ed, we're in the second hour of trade on the ASX. How are we tracking?
We're tracking pretty well, Annalise. Shares are up about 1.8% at the moment, so they've bounced back from their pretty steep lows. Investors are clearly buying stocks again. There's a lot of shares that are at bargain prices right now, so people are buying back into the market. This is all because the Dow Jones had a record day overnight. It gained almost 1,300 points, the most points ever. That's because markets around the world are pricing in rate cuts. They're expecting stimulus. And it's really been a benefit to Aussie shares today. IT stocks are leading the way this morning, followed by the communications sector. But one thing we need to remember is this coronavirus is still out there and there is no cure yet. And Stephen Koukoulis, an economist here, believes this market volatility is set to continue. Take a listen.
When a cure is found or it's contained or the spread is minimised, then of course we'll see markets recover, we'll see the Chinese economy recover, and we'll all hopefully look back and see this as a blip. But if it continues, if it spreads, and if we don't get any cures or any sort of solution to the coronavirus problem, then we get this entrenched period where tourism is hit, trade, the supply chains are hit, and that of course is just a complete dislocation for the global economy.
So some pretty good gains in early morning trade on the ASX, but I guess, Annalise, the real question is how long is this volatility going to last?
That is the question indeed. Ed Boyd, thank you for the update. And we'll have all the details and instant analysis of the rates decision this afternoon. That's from 2:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here on Sky News.